Hey, happy Memorial Day, everybody. It's Sunday. It's May 28th, man. We're coming up on the end of the month. Can you believe we're almost halfway through the year? Gosh, this year's just absolutely flying, man. So it's Sunday. I'm getting ready to go to the gym, and I wanted to share a few things with you. And I might drop this one in on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube before tomorrow on Monday because it was just weighing heavily on my mind. So, I was thinking about some of you out there who are reaching out to others and helping other people, praying for other people, or even reaching out to me just to chat and see how things are going and stuff. I'm really grateful for that. For the longest time, when I was a kid, I was always so worried about what others would perceive of me if they saw me praying or something like that, or if I happened to believe in and sharing with them that I believed in Jesus Christ or God in general. So I kind of kept all that to myself. But there was a guy in high school I grew up with, and his name is James Workman. He was quite the opposite, man. He was a God-fearing guy who believed in a higher power of authority, and he would pray before games, before football games, before baseball games. I remember one year, I think we were juniors, and I noticed that before every baseball game, James was an all-state baseball player. He's a really good baseball player, first team all-league, first or second team all-state. He did really well. He was our third baseman. Anyway, so he would go to the sideline, like near the bullpen, and he'd get down on a knee and he would just pray. And then we had this transfer come in our junior year named Brian Shearer from Decatur or Federal Way. I think it was Decatur. Really good pitcher, another really good dude. And he too would go out there. And then one day I just said, screw it. I'm going to go out there. And I just wanted to listen and hear the prayer. So I started to learn how to pray by just listening to those two guys, believe it or not. So I'm really grateful for both of them, Brian Shearer and James Workman. And then as years went by, as adults and stuff, we find ourselves having good times and bad times. And sometimes we find ourselves getting knocked down to our knees, And eventually everyone's going to come through or to something in their life where they're going to throw their hands up in prayer, whether you're praying to the porcelain toilet, from a heavy night of drinking, promising God you'll never do it again if he just gets you through this night. You're gonna come to a place whether you believe God or not, where you've emptied the chamber, you've shot all the bullets, you don't have any more ammunition or options, and now you just got to look up and say, I've never done this before. I know I've never, asked you any favors, and whatever your thought process is, and then you come to realization that maybe if you just give it a shot, you see what happens with the prayer, right? So I just wanted to tell you guys, don't worry about what other people think of you. That's none of your business. Don't worry about what other people think of you. When you come out of your shell, it allows you to do other things and transfer yourself into a different mindset. One thing I've learned in this process is that when I was hurting and in pain and struggling through certain things in my life, I ended up hurting and putting other people through pain. It wasn't my intention, but when you're hurting and in pain, you typically put other people in pain and hurt them with your words, actions, results, and all that stuff. And then on the flip side, when you're happy, you tend to want to make other people happy. When you're healthy, you tend to want to make other people healthy. So my point in all this is that it's too easy for us to fall into the doldrums every day of worrying about what other people think of us. That's holding us back from finding the cure ourselves, to find out where we're going to find true happiness, and then be of service to others. So it all starts with not worrying about what other people think of you. That's none of your business. What's most important is your character. God doesn't care about your comfort level. He cares about your character. All right, that's why he puts you in uncomfortable positions to fine-tune your character so that you can be of service to him by helping other people through your actions. All right, think about that. Have a great holiday weekend. Be brave, be strong, and go get what's yours.